In the last episode 13, John's heartfelt return to Kalulushi unfolded as a deeply reflective journey intertwining with the town's evolving landscape. As he wandered through the familiar streets, he was drawn to the vibrant market and unexpectedly reunited with Clara, an old friend. Their reunion sparked a profound exchange, delving into personal growth, community ties, and shared aspirations for their town's future. This exchange, rich with nostalgia and forward-looking visions, underscored John's deepening connection to his roots and his evolving sense of place within Kalulushi's changing contours. The episode closed with John hastening back to his family home, a symbol of his enduring bond with tradition and his anticipation of the future. Stay tuned as John continues his journey in Stranger in a Familiar Skin Season 1 Episode 14, where the fabric of his identity weaves ever tighter with the threads of his community's unfolding story. Season 1, Episode 14. After savoring the last bites of the traditionally prepared nshima ifisashi, its flavors a warm embrace of home, John found himself contemplating the day's activities. A realization dawned on him, shadowed with a tinge of regret. Amidst his reflective stroll through the vibrant streets of Kalulushi earlier, he had missed the perfect opportunity to dispatch the parcel intended for his friend back in the UK. The local post office, a mere stone's throw from where he now sat, would have been a more convenient choice compared to the distant post office in Kidway, situated far from the comfort of his flat. With a newfound resolve, John decided not to let this oversight delay him further. Instead of reaching for the keys to his vehicle, he chose to embrace the rhythm of the town once more on foot. The thought of walking, of blending once again into the fabric of Kalulushi's daily life, appealed to him not just as a practical solution but as a chance to immerse himself in the community's pulse. Moreover, it presented a welcome excuse to indulge in a leisurely amble, a means to counterbalance the hearty feast of nshima that now rested contentedly in his stomach. As John prepared to leave, he realized that he needed something to jot down his friend's address, which he would later write on the parcel at the post office. His eyes scanned the room, searching for a piece of paper, but they fell upon a book he had read earlier during his stay Building Dreams Across Continents by Kelvin Peary. The book is a comprehensive guide that delves into the intricacies of engaging in construction projects across the African continent. With a specific focus on Zambia, John decided that the book's blank pages would serve as the perfect place to write the address. With the book in hand and the item he wants to ship to UK, he set out for the post office. The streets of Kalulushi were alive with activity, and John couldn't help but feel a sense of connection to the city's vibrancy. He had missed this energy during his time away. The journey to the post office was a short one, and as he walked along President Avenue, John reflected on the conversations he had shared with Mwamba, his friend the first day he arrived in Kalulushi at the cafe. Mwamba had a remarkable perspective on the city's transformations and the potential it held for individuals with John's international experience. John admired Mwamba's entrepreneurial spirit and the optimism he radiated. Perhaps it was time to consider the possibility of contributing to Kalulushi's growth in a meaningful way. As he neared the iconic roundabout where President Avenue and Biko Drive intertwine, John paused, his eyes tracing the evolving skyline of Kalulushi. The once familiar sights had transformed, breathing new life into the town's heart. Where the Kalulushi Mine Club once hosted lively gatherings, now a towering 5-story edifice reached for the skies, its base a hive of bustling shops, layering over into serene apartments that crowned its upper realms. The spot that the Standard Bank building once occupied had given way to an ultra-modern office block, its sleek facade reflecting the town's progressive spirit. John stood soaking in the view, witnessing the metamorphosis of his town, where the past and present were woven into the fabric of its future. The post office was a modest building, its pale blue exterior reflecting the bright Zambian sun. Inside, the atmosphere was calm, with a few people patiently waiting in line. John approached the counter, greeted by a friendly postal clerk who was diligently sorting through parcels and envelopes.
Good day, sir. How may I assist you?
The clerk asked with a warm smile. John returned the smile and replied, I'd like to send the parcel to UK, please.
Certainly, sir. Do you have the item you would like to send with you?
The clerk inquired. John retrieved the item from his bag, a sense of anticipation building within him. He had carefully written his friend's address earlier on the blank pages of Kelvin Peary's book, and now it was time to give the address details to the clerk and send the parcel. As the clerk affixed the necessary postage, John couldn't help but notice the curious glance of a young boy waiting nearby with his auntie. The boy's eyes sparkled with curiosity, and John felt a kinship with him. He remembered being a child full of wonder, eager to explore the world. With the parcel fully processed and ready for delivery, John thanked the clerk and left the post office. The warm Kalulushi sun greeted him outside, and he decided to take a leisurely stroll through the city streets. The city had undergone changes since his last visit, and he relished the opportunity to reacquaint himself with its bustling energy. As he wandered through the vibrant market, the aromas of street food wafted through the air, tempting his taste buds. Colorful stalls displayed a variety of goods from textiles to handmade crafts, and the melodic tunes of street musicians created a lively backdrop to the scene. John couldn't help but smile as he watched the ebb and flow of life in Kalulushi. As he continued his exploration, John's thoughts drifted back to his conversation with Mwamba. The idea of contributing to the city's development was intriguing, but he knew he needed more information and a clearer sense of the opportunities available. He also wondered if there were initiatives that resonated with his own experiences and values. Just as he was lost in thought, a familiar voice called out his name.
John?
He turned to see Mwamba approaching, a friendly grin on his face. Mwamba, good to see you again, John greeted him warmly. Mwamba clapped him on the back.
Likewise, my friend. What brings you out here today?
I just sent a parcel back home to UK, and I thought I'd take a stroll through the city, John replied. Mwamba nodded, his gaze sweeping over the bustling market.
It's a great day for it. You know, John, I've been thinking about our previous conversations.
John raised an eyebrow, curious about where Mwamba was going with this. Go on. Mwamba's expression turned thoughtful.
You see, the city of Kalulushi is changing, and it's changing fast. There are new opportunities emerging here every day. People like you, with your international experience, could make a significant difference.
John appreciated Mwamba's confidence in him, but remained contemplative. I've been pondering the same idea in Mwamba. However, I'm uncertain about where to start or how to get involved. He paused, then added, but I think I've already begun taking steps. I had a call with my landlord discussing the prospects of building apartments, and I even visited Chando and Mwishi at Moonlight Place to gain some insights from them. Mwamba's eyes lit up with enthusiasm.
That's the spirit, John. There's one project I've heard about recently that might interest you. It involves our old school, Kalulushi Secondary School, the one we attended back in the 90s.
John's interest was piqued. Tell me more. Mwamba leaned in, his voice filled with excitement.
A group of former students, just like us, have embarked on a mission to dig a borehole for the school. You remember how precious water was back then, right? This project aims to provide the school with a sustainable source of clean water. It's a noble cause.
The memories of their time at Kalulushi Secondary School flooded back to John, and he nodded in agreement. Clean water is essential, especially for a school. Mwamba continued,
I'm meeting up with some of the project members later today. Would you like to join us? It would be a great opportunity for you to get involved and see firsthand how you can make a difference in our community.
John didn't hesitate to accept the invitation. Absolutely, Mwamba. I'd love to be a part of it. Mwamba's smile was infectious.
Fantastic. We can head to Kalulushi Secondary School first and then my place. I have some videos I'd like to show you after we visit the school.
John was intrigued. Videos, what are they about? Hey, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and smack that bell. Before I go, if you are like me and enjoy listening to something while on the go, I am happy to let you know that the Stranger in a Familiar Skin podcast is now available on YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Spotify, Google Podcast, and wherever else you get your podcast. Also, the book Building Dreams Across the Continents is now available on Amazon and can be ordered as ebook or paper book. Thank you very much for being part of this wonderful community. Until next time, stay safe and God bless.